Right, we're hanging out at Pot of Gold Auctions, AZ Firearms Auctions in the Phoenix area. I never remember the town. Is it Avondale? Mm-hmm. In Avondale. There's going to be some knife guns, so let's take a look at some of them. They're a private collection, right? Somebody had all of these.
Oh, yeah.
And they saw that they were selling some stuff similar in the past, contacted them, got it all set up. We've got two knives, or two similar knives, and a third that came from production. We've got one that's custom made, a watch that's custom made, and then this one is, I think, the coolest. So I'm going to start with this one. So the name of the gunner again?
The fellow's name was John Hoskins, fabricator that put it together himself.
So a knife maker or a gun maker?
A little bit of both. You know, he did make the blade. He did, make the action there.
But I mean, was he a knife maker and then he made this, or was he a gun maker?
He was a machinist, but
okay, so just a guy who was a
tinkerer
tinkerer kind of guy, not a known knife maker.
No, not at all.
And not a known gun maker. So it's got his name, and I noticed that when I was looking at the pictures, that it didn't say like Japan or something. It had just a name there, and then again, nothing like Japan or nothing on the back. So that makes sense if he made the blade himself. Pretty decent looking blade, feels sharp or whatever. Lock back. And then it's all stainless. And this one, you just pull it down?
It's kind of tricky, if you don't mind.
Sure.
There's this little button right here.
Does that actually release something?
Yeah, absolutely. There's this little...
oh, that detent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It just rolls right back on in. And then it is, of course, spring assisted.
Oh, I missed that part. So the blade itself, that's what that button is on the side.
Yep.
You can just push in on that.
Oh, absolutely. And he did a very good job fitting this in.
Yeah, I figured it was some sort of spring cover from the gun or something.
Oh, yeah. But that, and then very faint letters on the back, it does say Prototype 1, because this was the first one he made.
And then, so the deal is that you got these from the collector, but then you contacted the inventor, or the creator, and he verified that this is not just one of them, but the first of them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. It kind of rocks. And then same thing to close it? Or no? Oh, so I opened it, probably. That's why there's no fingernail thing there when I opened it the first time. Yeah, so I got an idea for a switchblade. And then is this, where's the trigger?
That is the trigger. It is a little bit stiff to get it open.
Same thing?
Uh-huh.
Push it back, or?
I think it's push it. Yeah, doing it the right direction, but, sometimes you need a little bit of a pen, or...
Oh, it's literally...
Hands. Yeah. It is a little bit stiff, but I don't like forcing, especially handmade, especially
Sure.
prototype things, but pretty cool to see.
We'll let the owner pull that down. And then this one and these two are similar. So this one is from like a production run back of a magazine or something. Not a switchblade, just a regular old pen knife. Says, I think it says, no, it says Defender on that side. Patent pending. Smaller blade over here. Pretty decent little blade though. Also says Defender. Doesn't look like they've been sharpened or nothing. And then with these, you just pull up to open the chamber? Or do you have to pull something?
Well, I can show you on this one. There's this little locking tab that if you pull it back,
oh, you pull it back. So this is in 22 CB, conical bullet. And that's a little 22 like this. Fits in there. I've been using, it comes out in this one. Comes right out. Now this is a 22 short in comparison. Pretty much the same diameter, I'm assuming. However, 22 short, well, maybe not even the same diameter. 22 short's not getting anywhere near fitting in there. So that's why these are just novelty items. They're just pens with a little bit more than a noisemaker in them. These are available in the back of magazines. Probably $5 or something, maybe the equivalent of $20 today.
Yeah, plus inflation, of course.
Uh-oh. Yep, I remember this one was this one. And then this 207 is more like a Barlow type of thing. Oops, it's more like a Barlow type. Pretty nice knife over here that looks like it's been used for a bit. So I'm wondering, well, I guess this was purchased, so somebody probably used this for a bit as a knife. And then the other side is pull that chamber open again. And there is just a tiny bit of a chamber in there. I mean, you couldn't just put something straight through there. That's what the barrel looks like. And on this one, you pull down the trigger as if it was the awl or whatever on a Boy Scout knife, and then as you close it, you're not going to be able to see it in there, I don't think, but certainly here, it letting go and dropping the hammer. So this one, I don't know, this one's nice because it's wood and it's got a chunk of steel in there, so it's got a little heft, but you can tell it's riveted together and it's made out of inexpensive metal. This one, though, really doesn't seem like that bad a knife. I mean, it's inexpensive, but it's put together nice. It screws so you could tighten it again, as opposed to rivets or something. This third one, or I guess fourth one, is a hodgepodge, I guess, a created one. This one is in the style. That's the one I was thinking was the coolest because it looks like an old. It's kind of like what they'd issue guys to open up their MRE or C rations, I guess. Yeah, it's a bottle opener's normal, can opener. Yeah, I can get to that blade, and it's the it is a Camellia, so it's the actual blade out of one, 1981. So I guess it wasn't made before 1981 unless they tried to make it like a future knife or something. Interesting. So then they probably just took the side off and added that piece. It's not that one. It's not that one. I don't know. I guess it could possibly be this one, but you would have had to taken a grinder to it or something. Anyway, that one's pretty neat. And then you open the chamber up on that one. And you said this one was almost up where you would think the hinge is. This one definitely looks like the awl even. Pretty cool. Strange how they have it set up so that the US is upside down when it shoots. But I guess had to, because otherwise the rivet would be upside down. That one's the coolest, I think. Mainly because you could probably use that camping or something and actually potentially come up with a use for that thing. And then the watch, how does it open?
Oh, if you just flip it around, and actually if you don't mind, just pop off the back cover.
Okay.
It's actually a pretty neat design. You just got to be careful not to shoot the little hinge.
No, that's true.
But it's got a spring, little bar pushes down the hammer.
Normally this would screw off and your chamber would be here. You'd screw the barrel back on.
Mm-hmm. But until it slips, fires around. Then you got to reset it manually.
It's sort of like a Chicago pistol. You could hold it like in your knuckles and kind of just squeeze it like a fist. Pretty neat. Now that's the kind of thing, if there wasn't an NFA, the AOW wouldn't restrict somebody like an old lady or an old guy having something like this and just looking like a dapper person with their pocket watch, and then if they needed to, they could have a get off of me type of a device. Very cool. So these are the auction numbers if you're watching this before it happens. Otherwise, join us on Tuesday. We'll watch these go. Some of these are over $1,000 already. This one sold for $5,000 new.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking at a knife that potentially could be a massive bargain, or we'll see what kind of value it gets as a switchblade. I'm going to call it a gallery gun.
Sure.
Yeah. So here we go. Puppy, could care less. Thanks for watching. So let us know what you think. We'll be watching the comments wherever you find the video, over on gunstreamer.com or on guntube.org. Thank you for supporting our projects. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, check out our Patreon channel.
The guys and gals of gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching gunwebsites.com.